Okay, microphone's out of frame, phone's on silent, no more interruptions. You won't see those interruptions, but there were so many of them. Anyway, welcome to my how-to video. I struggled for a little bit deciding what I was going to how-to, but yesterday I got a tattoo. I don't know if you see it. I have the screen flipped back so I won't stare at it instead of the lens. But I figured that I would teach you how to care for your tattoo after you've gotten it. Because I have to anyway, so it's really convenient. So that's what I'm going to do. But first, before we get to the how-to, let me just say, tattoos hurt. And to most people, I guess that's a no-brainer, but everyone told me, oh, it's really not that bad. It sucks. It feels like... Have you ever been scratched by a cat? Just had them dig their claws into you? It feels kind of like that, except they're just digging it into you and scraping, and they do that for 2 hours, and then when they're done, they ask you for $250, and you're like, why would I pay for you to do that? But I did. And I feel like an insane person. But yeah, I want to slap everyone that told me it wasn't that bad. I mean, yeah, whatever. Anyway, to the how-to. Okay, we're in my bathroom now. I'm not really sure why. I guess I could have just brought this stuff in the other room, but I'm already in here, so that's what we're gonna do. Caring for your tattoo afterwards is pretty simple, but you do want to do it up to 2 weeks or even longer if needed, just depending on how it's healing. First off, I wash it with this Dial Gold soap. It's what they recommended to me. I don't think you have to specifically have this type of soap, but I think it just needs to be a soap that is fragrance or dye-free or minimal, because that's just what they recommend. But you don't want to actually wash your tattoo with the bar of soap. You want to get the soap on your hands and then just rub it over your tattoo. What I like to do is to wash my hands with the soap first to make sure that they're completely clean, then soap up my hand and wash over the tattoo, and then rinse it off with warm water. After that, you are going to want it to air dry. Don't use a towel. And I wouldn't blow on it either, because you could have germs that you're blowing onto your damaged skin. So they didn't tell me that, but it just seems like a good idea. So let it air dry. And then after that, you want to use a healing ointment. I have Aquaphor, but like I said, I don't think you have to have this brand. That's just what they recommended, and I wanted to be very careful. So you want to apply a very thin layer of your healing ointment onto the tattoo, just pretty thin. If you get it too thick, it's not really helping anymore, and you could have ingrown hairs from applying it too thick, so I wouldn't do that. And that's pretty much it, but you want to repeat that 2 to 3 times a day. You don't want your tattoo to get dry, is what they told me. You also want to avoid wearing tight-fitting clothing that will rub against it and irritate it. And you don't want to submerge it in water either, because that could also lead to infection. But I mean, that's pretty much all that you need.